your eyes, your eyes. Every day I fantasize the perfect life with you and I. The thought alone, it gives me life. Would it be like to be your wife? Love to know what that is like. But all we ever do is hide and fight the way we feel inside. Got too much pride. Heart is fragile, but I'll give it to you. Let me heal the pain that's still within you. Can't let the fear of love keep us foolish. Take a leap of faith with me, come on baby, let's do this. And with me I won't have you looking stupid. Trust me with your heart, I'll never lose it. I'm yours forevermore. I see the light deep down inside when I look in your eyes. Your eyes, your eyes. Try to hide, no denying that I'm falling so deep in love when I look in your eyes. Your eyes, your eyes. Time ain't going slower, and we're just getting older. Yeah, all your life you've been a soldier. Now it's time to go and hold her. Treat you like a woman's supposed to. Take some stress up off your shoulder. Let me be the one to show ya. Take some time to get to know the real man that lies behind the mask. Sheltered by his past, and I know the reason why. There's a void that's in your life. Hard to feel it, but I'll try. I'm yours forevermore. I see the light deep down inside when I look in your eyes. Your eyes, your eyes. Try to hide, no denying that I'm falling so deep in love when I look in your eyes. Your eyes, your eyes. Heart is fragile, but I'll give it to you. Let me heal the pain that's still within you. Can't let the fear of love keep us foolish. Take a leap of faith with me, come on baby, let's do this. And with me I won't have you looking stupid. Trust me with your heart, I'll never lose it. I'm yours forevermore. When I look in your eyes,
All right. Shalom and good afternoon, everyone. This is Boaz here. Now, been meaning to do this thing for a while now, but first and foremost, I'm going to give a shout out to the Black Monosphere, and I'm going to shout out a couple of YouTube channels because I've been watching these brothers for years, and they have been a true inspiration. These are brothers that are advocating black patriarchy, black leadership, black business ownership, black self-reliance, media, the whole 9 yards, and I fully 100% support them. O'Shea Duke Jackson, one of the great keepers, the gatekeepers in the Black Monosphere. Want to give a shout out to him. Mediocre tutorial reviews, Alpha Male Strategies, of course Kevin Samuels, Solo TV 84, LAR Movement. I can go on and on, about these cats. But these are the brothers that are setting the trends, that are getting out there on the front lines and not only talking about women's issues, but what the brothers need to be doing and what they're doing in order to not only be advocates for change, but brothers that are actually implementing change. You know, I have a history of my channel on Facebook as well as YouTube of supporting brothers, openly supporting brothers, whether it's Facebook or, you know, if brothers is doing jewelry, farming, buying their products, supporting their businesses. I've always been the kind of individual that do that because, see, you know why? There's no envy or jealousy in my heart. You see? Because a lot of times when people don't want to support their brothers in business and do it verbally and do it vocally, not only with their words, but with their deeds, with their dollars. See, the idea is that when you step out there and you're trying to make a change and you're trying to do something and you got people supporting you, that shows the kind of character, honor, and integrity that people have. See, this is exactly what it does, and I'm going to be talking about a lot of this stuff because it's just been on my heart. So just thinking about the past 6 months, Kevin Samuels, the brother's just come out blazing, and he's going to get 1 million subscribers. He's talking about replacing Oprah or representing Oprah when it comes from the perspective of the Black Monosphere, the Black patriarchal, the Black man in this country, in this world. And see, we don't have that. We have sisters. They're speaking up. They're networking. And shout out to the sisters is doing this. I got no problem with that. But you don't see this same type of collaboration and the same type of unity within the community, the Black community, and that needs to stop. That needs to it just needs to stop because see, it's not working. The system is broken. Like Kevin says, the gender war is over. What we've been doing has not been doing. So we need to seek the old past. We need to go and be doers and not hearers only. And see, these are people that not only talk the talk, but they walk the talk, but they walk the walk with their money, with their time, with their efforts in promoting other businesses. Now, it's a sad thing that you don't see a lot of people out there actively getting up on their page and actively supporting other businesses, other brothers, all businesses. See, I've supported with not only my dollars, but with my words and supporting business. There's sometimes where I've never even patronized the person because that's just not what the product that I'm interested in, but supporting their business and saying. So these are the brothers that's out there and is doing it. And so, when I look at men like Kevin Samuels, that regardless of what you may think about him, and see, I understand I'm a Hebrew and I think from a Hebraic perspective, so don't be confused 1 minute where I understand that although he uses the Hebrew scriptures, the scriptures in that Bible, the King James Version of the Bible, he's raised from the Christian church and he comes from a Christian perspective because that's the questions that he asks, even though he uses the Bible. Listen, I am in full support of this brother. I am in full support of what he's doing, the message that he's trying to get out. And you see, all of the haters, you're always going to have haters. You're always going to have people that are against you. Because you know why? The main reason why, and this is the number one reason why people come out against this man, and I'm going to get into some other issues. But the reason why is they have not, or Yah has not used them, or God has not used them to reach the audience with the message of truth that they have. Because see, everybody goes before God or Yah, whatever you want to use, to petition for their dreams, goals, and aspirations to come true. I say, Yah bless me from the labor of my hands, and he blesses me, and I go out and I work hard and I produce and I get the increase. So somebody that's promoting a channel, writing a blog, doing another whatever it is they're doing, writing a book, public speaking, if they haven't received this level of success this quick, it it does something to the spirit. And it brings out that envy and that jealousy and that hate, and you can see it clearly across the board. But you know, the thing about it is that all publicity is good publicity. And see, regardless of what people are going to say about him, he's going to succeed and he's going to prosper. You see? Because this is all Yah's will. This is all Yah's ways. Okay? And sometimes he'll use whoever he needs to use in order to wake up the message of the people. So, not only that, you know, it resonates and he resonates with my spirit, and the message that he brings, not only about women. See, people get wrapped up about the women. What about the men that he gets on? Well, he has dozens and dozens of videos talking about men, but nobody never says nothing about that. It was an uproar. There was no uproar when he was critiquing and getting men right, and telling men how they need to dress, how they need to act, how they needed to conduct themselves. Nobody was saying anything then, but when he gets on the sisters, then it's an issue. Then it's a challenge. Then he's this. Then he's that. It's a shame. But he's bringing forth issues that are important in the hour that we're living in. And it's waking up a whole lot of people. And this is why I support this brother, even though I may not understand or agree with everything that he says. He's having a positive impact. More so than a positive impact in a way in which the men are waking up and the sisters got to check themselves. The men are waking up and understanding what they need to do in terms of the things that they need to, the courses that they need to make if they want to become successful, if they need to get it done, that they need to work, and that somebody is not going to just give them something just because they exist. We have to stop this slave mentality, this the white man owes you something, I was oppressed, and we live in a time where anybody can get out there and get it done. Sure, is there always been oppression? Is there always will be oppression? Of course it is. Of course it is. But the fact of the matter is that regardless of the history and regardless of the present, we still have the opportunity that men that want to apply themselves can do something more with themselves. Not growing up without a father or a mother, because I grew up in the foster care system. And the men that clinged on to me, that saw something special in me, they were all what one would consider, or what Kevin Samuels would say is a high value man. Men 20 years ago that was making $200,000 a year. That'd be like $400,000 today if it's adjusted for inflation. Men with tailor-made suits, men that led me and guided me, men like Vincent Bertoloni, Alan Relkin, who else? Alfred B. Curtis Jr. You can look up these people. They have public profiles. These are the men that shaped and helped me. An Italian, a Nigerian, and an Ashkenazi Jew. These are just some of the men that loved me enough to take me under their wing and teach me something. And so that's why when you see brothers like Kevin coming out and speaking this word of truth and doing it in the way in which he does it, because you look out, look at the image of the black man, like he says. The dreads, the tattoos, the Nike sneakers, the shorts, the drooping pants, the jewelry, the gold teeth. This is the image that is taken over our people, and it's a sad thing that Now, and if people dress that way, that's their business. You know what I mean? Hey, man, if that's the way you dress, if that's the way you look, if you chose to do that to yourself, that's none of my business. It's none of my concern. That's between you and the Father. But that's not me. And I don't identify with that. I don't identify with that image. I don't identify with that behavior because, see, with the image comes the behavior. There's always an exception to the rule, okay? I know brothers that may have tattoos and dreads or whatever, and they're genuinely good brothers. They're genuinely good brothers. But on the average, there's this perception out there of our people, just like it's the perception like Baps has become the reality. And he was talking about, it's amazing how on his videos, he be talking about certain things, and it just be like, yo, I was just now broke down doing the trip out in Arkansas, and my truck, my water heater pump blew, so I had to walk around in the area. It was a Walmart. It was different stores that you would see anywhere. You know what I'm saying? This was in the middle of Missouri, and what did I see from the sisters? What did I see from women in general, but especially from the sisters? Long clap core hairs, fake eyelashes, weaved up, purple hair, green hair, red hair, ratchet. This was just on the way. You see? I mean, when I see it, when I go into major, minor cities in here, from Paducah all the way to where I am. And I'm about 3 hours from Paducah, but that's what you see. This is what you see. This is what has been perpetuated. Whoever with regard to, you got to take personal responsibility. Just because I wouldn't get the clients that I do if I look like a Pookie or a Ray Ray. I wouldn't. I got to conduct myself a certain way, and I know that the deck is stacked against me. I know that when I show up at clients' houses, and give them an estimate to do beautiful work in their home, I know it's happened to me. You got the wrong number. You got the wrong house. It happens to me but that's okay. That's okay, because their bigotry is not going to define me, nor is it going to define how I view people, because I know people by the spirit, not the flesh. I don't care. All this color shit will have you jacked up. Will have you believing and loving the wrong people based on the color of their skin. I've never subscribed to that. The scriptures and what I've seen does not back that up. But neither here nor there. Looking at a man like this that's risen so quickly by talking about the truth, the way he carries himself, the tailor-made suits, how you I've been out there. I come from a corporate background. 10 plus years implementing HR software systems as a project manager. I'm talking about tailor-made suits. I'm talking about corporate business meetings. I'm talking about Excel and PowerPoint presentations. I'm talking about hour-and-a-half presentations where you better know what you're talking about with these people spending $250,000 of their money implementing ADP over Ceridian or PeopleSoft or whatever it is. You better know what the hell you're talking about, and you better look right when doing it. That's a fact. So I understand what he's talking about. But a lot of people don't get it because they've never been in that, I haven't been paying attention to the live in chat. But shalom, brothers. Shalom, everyone that's joined. But they don't understand, this aspect, because, I've been looking at vintage photos on Facebook. I don't know what Facebook group or whoever posted or whatever, but it was the image of how our men and our women looked 70, 80 years ago. How they presented themselves in public. The families that we had. Look at today. Look at today. You know, I share those images on Facebook for a reason. And you know, it was interesting because all this is tying in, and we got all night. But and what you hear in the background is the rain. It's raining outside because I can hear it in my little setup. But I recall that my uncle on my father's side posted a picture on Facebook of 4 men in 1947. I didn't know he posted that picture, but it got around and everybody started circulating it. And so I saw the picture and took it and posted it. And he said, "You know who that is?" I said, "No. Who is this picture? Who are these people?" He says, "That's your great-grandfather on the left-hand side." And they were all dressed nice and sharp. You don't see that today. You don't see that image today. You don't see that presentation today. It is sad to see when you just go out in society and see what people are mimicking, to see what people are putting forward. It's a sad thing. It really is. Whether it's Baps and our sisters, or you know, the Pookies and Ray Rays today. So it resonates because we haven't seen this caliber of man in terms of how he presents himself, how he carries himself with impeccable character, and just how he presents himself and the authority in which he presents himself. Who else is doing that? You know, see, a lot of people will say or be angry at him or say he shouldn't be teaching or he shouldn't be X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. He shouldn't be doing these things, right? But the very same people that tell you that he shouldn't be saying anything, they're either A, not doing it themselves, or B, they're attempting to do it and Yah is not using them as a messenger. We don't have to agree with everything. And I don't agree with everything with him. Maybe it's some things that I just don't understand. But I get the message and I understand what he's attempting to do, what he's doing effectively. It's amazing how, you know, the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie at all. And he said that in the last 6 months he got 12 or 13 couples married in there, and 12 are getting together, something like that. It was a small number, and compared to the 500,000 people that watch his YouTube channel, not even including Instagram or TikTok or any of these other channels, hundreds of thousands of people and only 10 people, 12 people, 15 people. That shows you the severity of the situation. There should be hundreds of thousands of women and brothers getting their shit together and saying, hey, and realizing the truth of the matter. But the delusional behavior of our people, it's just damn near sad. It's the delusional behavior of American women. The delusional behavior of the Western woman is off the chain. Because, see, the idea is that I've had these conversations with sisters, and I got stories to tell. But they're gone. They are absolutely gone. They don't know left from right. They don't know in from out. They don't know. They do not know. And it is a sad thing to see the level of delusion that is taking place today. You can't make it up. You just can't make it up. And so he's been effective in turning that spotlight on the sisters, turning that spotlight on the brothers, to get them to understand that this is what you need to do if you really want what you want. And as well, be realistic about your dreams, goals, and aspirations. You just say, I see so many people making so many unrealistic goals and aspirations because their current footprint and their lifestyle and what they're doing and the moves that they're making. Guess what? Guess what? It ain't matching up at all They're not performing anything. They're not producing anything. It's a damn shame. It's all they got is words. They don't have no progress. This is why I like to see the Facebook memories, and it shows you the progress of people, and it shows me the progress of me. I'm the first person to, damn, this is what I was doing 2 years ago. Damn, I've been doing that for 3 years. Damn, I've been doing that for 4 years. Damn, wow. We need to see progress. We need to see results. We need to see people that are getting it done. We need to see brothers helping brothers, and this is what you see doing. O'Shea Duke Jackson. I've been watching this brother for years. Dope channel. You know, brings the truth in a funny way. You know? But, hey man, beautiful brother. You know, been watching his channel again for years. And he advocates, you know what? Why are we complaining about these people not putting us? He just now did a video today, or earlier today, that I just so happened to get a glimpse of. Does excellent content. Why are we begging these people for work? All these hucksters, all these people, because these fraudsters and all of them, they got on tailor-made suits on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, OWN Network, all these channels. These hypocrites get up there and lie to you, especially the black hucksters and the sellouts and the coons that this brother Kwame is talking about. This brother done blown up on the scene. See, truth is just coming forth about all these hypocrites that we've been listening to in sports and the mainstream news media, Charlemagne, the God, and all these other crapsters and phonies and folksters. It's coming out the truth about all these hypocrites. And this is what the majority of black people get their information from. Hypocrites, sellouts, owned by their system, owned by the oppressor. And they totally dependent on them. And they're going to say whatever it is that they're told to say. This is a fact. These hypocrites going to get up there and they're going to say what they're going to say. Because they're paid to do so. But when you get men that are in the Black Monosphere that ain't bought and paid for. So they can split this truth because they're not bought and paid for. So we need to stop complaining, like he says, about they're not giving us opportunities, so forth and so on. It's interesting. I left a corporate job making, $85,000. If the same job would be going for $150,000 today, to come out and to follow a vision that God put on my heart, that Yah put on my heart, and I am succeeding at it. And the beautiful thing about it is that I can look at the Facebook progress. I can look at what I was doing 4 years ago, busting my ass to learn a new skill. And now y'all's blessing the labor of my hands for it. We need to stop complaining about what others don't do for us and provide for us. It's a damn shame, the younger generation. Brothers rather work Amazon Prime than learn a real skill and be self-sufficient. You can't make this shit up. So, having men that took me under their wing and that were sharp and that told me, don't get your tattoos, cut your hair. In high school I was rocking dreads, or braids, whatever, cut your hair. We're going to black tie affairs and taking you too, son. Don't be walking up in there with braids in your hair. You're going to be putting on a tux. At 14, 15, 16 years old. Going to awards and gala events. I'm blessed to overcome foster care. Yeah. So the Black Monosphere has grown phenomenally. in the past year, especially in the 6 months. He's put on so many people and enlightened the pockets of so many people through his message. See, it's amazing, all these people, all these detractors, they ain't putting no money in your pocket. See, this is why at the end of the day, he ain't got time to be listening to all of these people. And I agree with him. Why pay attention to people who are attacking you when you look at the mannerism of their life, or you can't peer into their lifestyle? But they want to be your teacher, your preacher, your leader, your educator. Black women been doing this for a minute now. And like I said earlier, I support these sisters. But the men need to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be doing videos talking about the carpenters that I see out there, all of them. All of the brothers that are out there putting in that work. By name. Whether I like them or associate them with or not. Because at the end of the day, they putting in the work. And they're getting the increase. And y'all's blessing the labor of their hands. Because, see, the majority of us, or the majority of the people, are not going to make six figures. I mean, the idea is that you could be in the top 15% of earners, the top 10% of earners like we are, or the top 5% of earners like the Prince of Bahrain or Kevin Samuels or whoever else is making $100,000 a month or $1 million a month. Not everybody's going to make that money. Be content with where you're at. I'm content with where I am. But I got high value brothers that I've known for 20 years. I'll give you their names. Lloyd Martin. Sherline Peer. Brothers that in corporate America and own their own businesses and have multiple streams of income has always made over $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year. And I love these brothers. And I've always cheered these brothers on. But these brothers have never, at the same time, has never made me feel like I was less of a brother because I was making $90,000 a year. So I support and I cheer on their success. But if I'm not at that, if I don't make that, I don't make that. Hey, y'all call me to be a damn carpenter. I left corporate America. I enjoy doing what I do. I enjoy waking up and working with my hands. I am blessed. I have no complaints whatsoever about what I do and how I provide for myself and how I put a roof over my head. And he doesn't talk against any man, especially a working man like me. And I look forward to booking my session. Yeah. Because his words is worth the money. Because I support my brothers and my sisters. I support those who are doing positive work, but also that can give me some wisdom on how I can build my business and build my network. Developing clientele. How can I do that? These are my ideas. Brother, can you give me some wisdom on this? How do I develop or get into that high value network of brothers that may want to flip? You see what I'm saying? See, people thinking about women. I'm a married polygynous man. I'm very happy. And as Yah gives the increase, I'll take it. So all his relationship videos really is just really damn near entertainment, just to see all of the stuff that I've been talking about and speaking about for years. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a video about this, about makeup. And it's not going to be from the perspective that people think is going to be. Baps and RuPaul. It's the truth. And nobody don't want to admit the truth. It's sad to see our sisters do what they doing to themselves. Anyway. Like I said before, you know what I'm saying? That people feel so passionate about what they doing. Why don't they get up on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or whatever and pray for y'all to use them? You know, Ringo, I guess he deleted the comment. And, you know, I mean, I respect that, Ringo. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I saw the video. I think it was the video that you said he just now did it yesterday or last night, I believe. Talking about the sister that make $1 million and this dude making $20,000, something like that. And he was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you need to you need to raise up, or you need to put some stop measures in place or whatever. He's coming from a Christian perspective, speaking to what I presume to be Christians or people that practice other faiths. I don't know. So I know how to rightly divide the word of truth and understand where somebody's coming from. Take the meat and throw away the bones. People don't know how to do that. They just totally write people off because they ain't doing it or they don't understand it. Every personal attack that and tell him, attack them. Attack them is not going to do any good because people don't know how y'all work. That's why. They don't know how he moves. And when men are brought down, it's brought down by their own folly. It's not brought down by per se other men unless you shoot them dead in the streets or something like that. Yeah, they said I'm going in and out, and it's the connection. That's the problem. Yeah, but the connection, there's nothing I can do about the connection. It looks good. What I'm going to do, because I'm recording this as well, so what I'll do is if it don't come in clear, the recording will come in clear, and so I'll just re-upload it because I'm new at this thing. Yeah, I guess so, because it's coming in clear. When I see my feedback, it's coming in clear. But what I'll do is I'll upload this video, like I said, because I am recording it as well. So, hey man, this is my first live. It's just gonna be that way. I'm sorry for the blurriness. I'm sorry for the disconnection, but it ain't nothing I can do about that. That's in y'all's hands. But we'll get better as we go along. So, like I said, I'll re-upload the video, the one that I'm doing, and that one is clear. But this is what I'm talking about, and these things need to be talked about more. They need to be talked about more. Where's my... Yeah, officer, my little man cave that I created for myself. My little man cave that I got for myself. It's just a beautiful thing to be out in the country and have your own man cave, because I have 3 girls and they are loud. And you can barely get some sleep all throughout the night, or some peace and quiet with your wife, with children in the house. It just ain't gonna happen. That's just the truth. So, these things need to be brought out. They need to be discussed. They need to be talked about amongst men that are out there getting it done. Like I said, I have a corporate background. I didn't allow the situation of life define who I was going to become. I am an overcomer. My life story is a story of overcoming, and not only uh, surviving but thriving. And that's what we need to see. We need to see the living examples of thriving and striving on and going from faith to faith, excellence to excellence. We need to see it. We need to see it. We need to see it because we got too much alternative lifestyles being pushed in front of us and our children. We have too many and too much of feminism being pushed. To our people, we have too much of this foolishness being pushed to all people. And you got to understand that, what I'll be talking about more that I continue to talk about is that, this economic situation is going to affect everybody. And it is affecting everybody. And it is on us. And this is another thing that the Black Monosphere have not been able to, I have not heard them talk about. The only person that I've seen talk about is a guy named Red Pill Coach that's been talking about stuff in terms of human relations with women for years. See, what Kevin Samuels, with Red Pill Coach and media, they're not saying anything new. It's just being said. And that's the fact of the matter. They're not saying anything new. I got documented proof to show you that in 2007, I was implementing and doing things in terms of female relations. 2007, I was doing this stuff. It's amazing. Controlling your Johnson, gentlemen. Controlling it. And not having a whole bunch of babies running out there. Women control access to sex. We know this. And men control access to relationships and marriage. Just like, and that's the truth. Just like a woman could have protected herself, men could pull out. Men could cap up. Men could do these things as well. Just like women can do those things, men can do them as well. You see? And see, if I was reckless, I'd have dozens of babies out there at this day. Baby daddy times 30, 40, 50. Not caring whatsoever. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. What was my favorite sin? I've never been to jail. I went to college. I stayed out of trouble. I was on the high school chess team. I was a good boy. And yet and still, I was still full of iniquity. So, that's what I'll do is I'll re-upload the video because this looks pretty clear to me, so I know it has to do with the internet connection. And I am in the country, and that's just how it is in the country. We don't have good internet in the country. So something told me to record this video as well so I can re-upload it. But yeah, this stuff needs to be talked about. The living examples needs to be presented, because shall he find faith on earth? And how is he going to find it? By the doers, not the hearers only. And we're talking about getting together with doers. We're talking about men and women that you should be in fellowship with that are making covenant agreements. Because, see, the idea is that how are we going to solve this problem of the delusional woman today? Because they are delusional. The PhDs, the graduate degrees, I've dated them all, but that graduate degree, I've dated judges, I've dated principals, lawyers, doctors, six-figure women, majors in the army. I can go on and on. So the idea is that I understand the spectrum. I understand what's going on because I've lived it. We need to be personally accountable. We need to be developing those covenant agreements because, see, at the end of the day, I have 3 daughters, right? And I'd be a hypocrite if I sat here to you today and tell you that I did not have arrangements for my daughters to marry very competent, intelligent, studious, well-groomed men that are being well-groomed to marry my daughters. See, this is the solution. I'm not sitting here just talking the talk, but implementing the solutions over long term to ensure that this stuff needs to stop. This stuff needs to stop. And the only way that we're going to do it is through our covenant agreements, through our business deals, through our engagements to provide the socioeconomic infrastructure for our people in order to build a nation. That's the solution right there. Because it's pretty damn bad. It is sad bad out there today. And so I'm a part of those solutions. I don't sit down, I may be a polygamous man, but, just like Kevin Samuel said, who got time to be sitting down humping all day? Are you serious? That this is about sex? Really? Are you serious? I'm tired. I got to work. I got to produce. When I want a steak, I don't go to the store. Go to the freezer because I hunted it the previous season. I want some lamb, I go to the freezer. I got some more lambs I got to butcher and sell as well. But this is what's going on. We need to get out there and do and then teach our daughters to be productive, to be helpmeets, servants to their husbands, not partners, not all this garbage and mess that you hear, these people calling in. Because see, they're calling in. They're calling in. He's not calling them. They're calling him. And they're asking for advice. Again, if you feel as though you got better advice, get up there on and create a channel and get out there and start giving people advice. And let your fruit show it. That's what we need. Hey, I have to get up and get some business done, and then I got a good friend and a brother and a doing an elder of mine, a good friend of mine. He's coming out, and we're making arrangements for him to go and get on his land, and I'll do whatever I can to help that brother out in word and in deed. But more videos is coming from what I refer to as the Shepherd's Den. Yes, it's the Shepherd's Den. That's what it's called. And this is my place of comfort to get away from the children and even the wives. It's amazing. If you're a polygamous man, they get to sleep in their own facilities because they have their own living quarters, and they get to, have the whole bed to themselves. It's a now I got to get I got a bed to myself where I can relax and work late and work in my office and conduct deals and reach out with brethren and communicate and coordinate things. And so I have everything that I need in here in order to get that done. So I'm going to bid you a farewell. We're going to be posting, or I will be posting, with the help of my child, some videos talking about some topics. And this is expanding it, in terms of what he's talking about. Because he hasn't touched, oh man, he hasn't touched the surface when it comes to the various topics and what he's talking about. He hasn't done it at all. So we're going to get out there and get it done. I'm going to bid you a good night. I'll re-upload the video. I'm sorry about the blurriness in the camera. I think it's what's the word I'm looking for? The configuration. I think the configuration is bad. I'm using this studio, OBS studio stream, but this is I got everything I need, but clearly I'm not a professional YouTuber. So I will re-upload this video and work it out. But y'all have a blessed day and have a wonderful evening. Shalom.